Good evening, my darlings. How are you doing this fine evening? I hope well. Hope you're doing well. So we got some stuff that we gotta get done today. First of all, we've got a new set of Selenic Chronicles, which I think this is after. These are set after Columbina comes back. Oh my goodness.
That tickles.
Should we leave? Should we leave? It seems like maybe we should leave. Seems like we might be interrupting something.
Columbina? Huh. That's odd. Paimon's positive she heard Columbina's voice. Yeah.
Yeah,
Another jump scare? Not cool! If you were here, you should have just said so! I
Paimon,
thought that since you were
calm
already
down.
so familiar with this game, I should increase the difficulty this round. Paimon's gonna get you next time, just you wait!
Yeah, okay, Paimon.
I look forward to it.
What happened to your eye mask, Columbina?
Oh, I guess the Kuhenki must have swiped it when we were playing earlier. I don't usually need to use my eyes, so the mask makes little difference. Let them play with it if they like. Oh, on that note, don't you want to go out more often?
You no longer need to hide from anyone, right?
Yes.
Well...
I have plenty of time now. I can go where I wish, when I wish. However, I was concerned that you might worry if you came looking for me, but found that I had left without saying goodbye.
In this kind of situation, you can just leave a note.
Yeah! After all, we only need to know that you're okay. I see. I will consider it then. You'll only consider it?
Maybe this is just where you want to be.
Everything that has happened here, I find them to be happy memories. That said, I do have another reason for waiting for you here. And what's that? To give you a pleasant surprise.
Aw. Oh?
Wow! This must be the place you were talking about, right? Paimon wasn't there last time, so she didn't get to see it.
Truly is lovely.
Can Paimon fly around and check it out? Of course. If it pleases you, I could bring you back again someday.
Wait, what?
So,
Where?
this is the pleasant surprise then? Oh? So this is enough to pass as a pleasant surprise in your eyes? No, the real surprise is yet to come. Come, let us paint. Wait, here? But Paimon doesn't see canvas, brushes, or paints anywhere! Oh, that's simple. The water's surface is our canvas, the moonlight our brushes, and the paths we take shall serve as the brushstrokes. With the moon's reflection to guide us, pure thought shall flow beneath our feet.
Follow the moon's guide and
Good.
paint the pattern.
That's the way.
It's connect the dots.
Let us walk together a while.
Also, what exactly is this place? Because there's the three moons, so... is
When
this
the
path?
traveler advances, the moon walks by his side. Where the traveler stops, the moon too rests its feet there. It is finished.
Is this a Kuhenki?
Where
think
the
it's a
traveler
Kuhenki.
stops, the moon too rests its feet.
Looks like it's supposed to be a Kuhenki. No, actually, it's Luanatar.
Luanatar? It's really you? You're back! In the silvery flesh! Oh, Paimon thought she'd never see you again!
Painting we drew.
We used moonlight to trace this child's form, and I poured new power and new blessings therein, causing her to be reborn. She no longer needs to bear my spirit. Her will is hers alone. Ah! She's flying over! Yes,
Aww.
I have awakened all the memories of the time you spent together. Paimon's so glad to have you back, Luanatar! She promises to be nicer to you from now on. Paimon wasn't expecting their surprise to be this pleasant. Paimon loves it!
Thank you, Columbina.
It wasn't much. I, too, am glad to see her again.
She's still very attached to Luanatar, but her expression is different from before. Well, that's because Luanatar is no longer a part of her. Well, anyway. She looks at Luanatar not merely as a created familiar, but as a familiar friend.
Go. You must miss them, surely.
So that's her familiar then. Like Venti's familiar is
You're welcome to come back anytime.
is it Dvalin, and Zhongli's is Azdaha. Yemiko is Raiden Shogun's, and Columbina can interact with Kuhenki, decide whether she wants to wear the eye mask. Oh. Okay. Anyway. And then so Luanatar is her personal familiar.
Now, I know how fond you are of them, but let's not cause them any trouble now, alright? Come back here to rest, should you find yourself tired from playing outside.
I like Luanatar. So what's this though about being able to this one? Record keeping out the eye mask.
Should I ask the Kuhenki to hold on to the eye mask for me?
You know what? Let's try her without the eye mask for a while. All right, and then have some traveler's notes, anecdotes. Here, oh, there is a teleport waypoint over here. He was hiding it. He was hiding it underneath his face. He had a big head, I guess is the point of what I'm trying to say.
Defensive mode engaged.
Alright. Quite the slippery bunch. There's no such thing as a deed that leaves no trace. How's the case coming along? Seem to have run into a minor snag. They're a bit sharper than I anticipated. Didn't we already see this? Not only do they have a whole pile of middlemen who don't even know each other, but their sales channels are all one way. It's time to find a new angle. I am so confused, because we witnessed that yesterday, didn't we? Am I crazy? Maybe it was due to the chase waiting. Oh. Okay. So this, so so it was the chase that we saw yesterday, and then no. No, it was waiting that we saw yesterday. I think. Yeah. So yeah, I think it was just some connection issues. So what are the problem? Okay. Let's see. Um in which case I'm pretty sure that means it was just because I exited out of the game too early. I don't know. It's fine, it's fine. Don't think there's gonna be another one. Because I think the other ones are locked behind Ijo's stuff. Yeah, we need to head to Nasha Town because we've got some investigation to be doing. And unfortunately, that means not this team. Team. There was a guy over here on the docks. I am referencing the Genshin wiki, just to be clear. Ah. Yeah, I don't have to. Yeah, let's see. Any merchant, potentially a high-value client, can provide assistance if necessary. First-time visitor to Nod-Krai. Okay, well that wasn't really a whole lot of information.
Really beg me to join, I guess I could cancel.
What about you? No, there's nobody up here, right? No. Or we could switch over to Jilonin. Climb this way. Actually, I think I've been up here already looking for people to investigate. Ooh. Oh boy. Seriously? We had nothing on this person? Seems like a very interesting person. Might be useful to know her. What? Well, that's an interesting thing to exist. This game we call life.
Time to roll.
And then there's that detective guy. Could be up here, yep.
You're not going anywhere.
I missed. How could I miss? He was 3 feet in front of me.
You're my target. Boss
Solved several homicides, though none were cracked thanks to his deductions. One of his muttered inspirations for committing crime was once...
to just solve cases, not actually make arrests? Wait, is he something more than that then?
He's a writer. Alright. I'm gonna see how many we have to go. Wait, what? Let's not get this guy.
A student from Snezhnaya.
Currently skipping classes under the pretense of medical leave. Currently compiling a set of Nod-Krai power rankings, which
provide free
was that,
meals, right?
which are not entirely credible.
Does the
Or is
academia provide free meals? I'll have to ask Boss Neff when I get back. Ad Astra.
Are you thinking of infiltrating the academia? So how many do we have to go? One more. I mean, that's gonna be a pain whether or not we search like this, or whether or not use the Genshin wiki.
Hurry up, Brassa!
That said, the fact that I had missed this guy makes me think that maybe I haven't explored well enough in this area. Oh. No, I think we're good. Let's see. Maybe there's someone up here.
This elevator was inspired by the one in Romaritime Harbor.
Interesting. And yet we can't get any information on him. Damn it. Debit Deus is Coque Finum. Alright. I'm pretty sure I have explored this area with Yehoda. Jahoda. There we go. Vision is perfectly fine. Those sunglasses are there for the mystique. Afraid of water. Self-proclaimed information broker and truth of boast.
How is he even still alive?
Boastful swindler.
Running late again. Ad Astra Abyssa.
Till exchange. The last one. The disturbance caused by blank. Caused by theft. There had been a major commotion in Nashtown due to a stolen goods case during the peripatetic circle caravan stay, one that even led to death. The caravan has since left Nashtown, but asking the well-informed messengers Hiram and Kurirka may yield more detailed information about the incident. Alright. Let's go. Okay. Nah. Don't need to take the lift, we can just jump. Because wouldn't gliding be faster? You know, I'm almost done with my friendship farm team. The peripatetic case, circle case. If I'm remembering it correctly, it was never solved. That's right. The caravan's goods were stolen. The prime suspect not only denied everything, but also beat a man to death before fleeing. Word is that both the suspect and the man he killed were pirates, and that they'd been companions for a decade without any sort of trouble. It's sad to think how things ended up. But Boss Neff, this sort of thing happens in Nod-Krai all the time. Just because it's common doesn't mean it's trivial. You should know. Clues often hide in the smallest of details. Yehoda, go and ask the messengers. They should be able to provide you with a wealth of overlooked information. On it, Boss Neff. Leave it to me. Talk to the messengers. Talk to the messengers, but don't shoot them. Hiram. Hirirka, Hiram, how's life been treating you? What's this now? Small talk? Small talk? From you? This isn't your style, kid. You looking for info, or for us to go acquire it? Yeah, still needs to work on her spycraft a little bit. Ugh, ignore him. Thanks to you, life's the same as always. So what's up? Something we can help you with? Yep. Wanted to ask about that incident with the peripatetic circle. It was a big deal at the time. They say the thief was never caught. Well, that depends on who you think was the thief. That Hark fellow, who was under suspicion, was adamant it wasn't him. He made a big fuss, and in the ensuing fight, he accidentally killed a fellow caravan member called Yuhani. Yuhani or Juhani? Juhani, I think it would be. Juhani. I heard they were originally crewmates on a pirate ship. There was an accident, and the ship sank. Went down with most of the crew. After that, the two of them signed on with the peripatetic circle. After killing Juhani, Hark fled the scene. Everyone was shocked by what happened. They were old crewmates, and Hark had always had his back before. Apparently, Hark ended up in the northern part of Limbo Isle, still making trouble. Gotta say, I never feel like I can let my guard down when I pass through that area. I'll say. No other messengers dare take that isolated path through the passage. They do everything they can to avoid the danger as they imagine it. Not that it helps. Spot on. That said, I haven't heard anything about him recently, so maybe he's gone somewhere new to let the heat die down. The way you tell it, sounds like plenty of people think he's the thief. Of course, and not without reason. Not long after the goods went missing, he was in the flagship buying rounds and treating people to meals. What's more, he was boasting about sealing a deal with some big trade partner, claiming to be a big shot in the caravan and getting bonuses up the wazoo. To hear him talk, the future was rosy. But according to people in the circle, none of that had anything to do with him. He didn't seal the partnership, and the bonuses he was boasting about had to be a lie, which means he must have gotten the money from someplace else. That's all hearsay. Yeah, it's not hard to see why people would blame the former pirate when things go missing. I won't lie, his history played a big part in the accusations. But don't forget, Juhani was a pirate too. His attitude was a whole lot different. Faced with suspicion, Hark didn't hesitate to point the finger at Juhani. He said he's seen him pilfering the goods with his own eyes, bit by bit. He made sure to loudly speculate that there might be evidence at Juhani's residence in Nasha Town. Juhani swore it wasn't him, and no one else was buying it either. Let me guess. They all thought Hark had planted evidence at Juhani's place? Exactly. Even though they never found any evidence of Hark selling the stolen goods afterward, he did kill Juhani and then flee the scene. The whole thing's one giant mess. It still feels like something's missing. You're not wrong, kid. Rusty metal doesn't stick together out of kindness or concern, but out of fear. But fear isn't fire. Can't weld two parts into one whole. Peripatetic circle's a symbol that binds those without a home, but a rivet made from flawed iron will never hold. It's destined to break the moment it's tested. Corrosion doesn't set in overnight. I mean, wise words. Wise words. I wish I understood what that meant. Okay. Nevertheless, I feel sorry for the caravan leader. The peripatetic circle's known for not asking its members their backgrounds. They're willing to give fresh starts to those with dark and unspoken secrets. Apparently, for the last decade, Hark was treated just like any other member. So why now? Why did Hark suddenly return to a life of crime after 10 years of the straight and narrow? Can't have been easy to gain a fresh start. Why would he throw all of that away? If it were me... Who knows? Maybe he was never really on the straight and narrow. Or maybe he was up to his old tricks the whole time. He just never got caught. Or, she doesn't say maybe, or maybe. That's the next one. Anyway. Or maybe he just sensed the time was right and he wanted to get rid of Juhani. Spend enough time on the streets and you'll hear all sorts of rumors. Everyone has their own theory they're clinging to. Besides, it's not like Hark himself is in any hurry to set the record straight. Not to mention, even if he isn't guilty of stealing, murder's the worst crime, and there's no way he's washing that stain away. True enough. No matter what came before, he should be made to pay the price for his crimes. Alright, I've asked everything I wanted to ask. I'll let you two get back to work. Thanks for your help. It was nothing. Besides, the curatorium's been kind to us. It's the least we could do. Stay alert, kid. Don't let that rusty old scrap metal scratch you. This guy! Oh, I hope we see more of him. I hope he features in more quests, because I like him. I like that trope. Yeah, did you seriously not get what he was talking about? Maybe it would be better explained as a chain is only as strong as its weakest link, and well, a rusty chain does not chain with rusty links can't hold together for long. Huh? Nephra and Yehoda? What are you two doing here? Working, of course. We finally found a lead on our unresolved bounty. Yehoda tells you all about the bounty target, Hark the Crackjaw, as well as all the info the Curatorium of Secrets has been able to collect. For free? She gave us that for free? Is Nephra gonna be mad at her? Let's start with our conclusion. The real hermit, Derwent, is likely dead, and the man living in his hut is the bounty target, Hark, the Crackjaw. Wow, did you figure that all up on yourselves, by yourselves, huh? Is that so impressive? So very impressive. The diary scraps Yehoda uncovered are enough to show that even though Derwent knew who he was, he still took him in. It shouldn't come as a shock that Hark has returned to his old ways. After dispatching Derwent, he took over the hermit's identity. When I went to investigate, he wouldn't show his face, but no matter how you look at it, there's no way the man in that hut was the real Derwent. Taking on the role of a hermit also means Hark can get up to all sorts of bizarre activities without arousing any real suspicion. The mask he wears clearly has nothing to do with self-cultivation. He's wearing it to hide his scar. As for the missing merchant, the worst-case scenario is that he's already dead. How could someone be so evil? Repaying others' kindness with murder? Makes Paimon's blood boil. There are a lot of people who do that. Anyway. For what it's worth, I don't think Hark stole the goods from the peripatetic circle. Not enough motive. He'd behaved himself well enough for 10 whole years. Is the price of a few stolen goods really enough to make him throw away everything he'd worked for? I don't believe so. I've seen it happen. I have seen people build up reputations for years and then throw it all away on some scam for a couple $100s. And I don't know why you would do that. Like, even taking aside the human cost of it, just practically speaking, it's just a bad idea. So let's indulge in a little speculation. We already know that he returned to the wreckage of the Atlas and attacked the treasure hunters who came looking for treasure. When people are in dire straits, they often instinctively return to where it all began. When he was still the helmsman on the Atlas, he had fame, wealth, everything he wanted. What about once he joined the peripatetic circle? Even after 10 years of good behavior, the second something was stolen, everyone turned their suspicion onto him. What must have stung even more, Yuánshén, who was once a pirate, albeit one of significantly less renown, remained free from suspicion. He accused Yuánshén there and then, but no one believed him. Driven by disappointment and rage, he made his first mistake. That was the turning point. Whatever went down in that hermit's hut was likely a similar situation. For someone like that, even the smallest of conflicts can blow up into a fatal confrontation. Hey, Traveler, we can't allow someone as dangerous as that to keep walking around doing bad stuff. Let me deal with this dangerous criminal. Bounty or no, let me deal with this. Since the Traveler is so eager, you should get some rest, Yehoda. Alright, I've been working overtime on this investigation. I think I deserve a holiday. As for whether my speculations are correct, we'll find out soon enough. Give me a second. I gotta blow my nose.
These are bounties.
Alright. Unfortunately, that wasn't nearly as effective as I would have hoped. But, you know, it works. It's better. La la la. La 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 la. La la. La 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 la. Quite a mask you have there, Derwent. I've not done anything to any of you. Sounds like you already know why we're here. All of this stuff's in the past. I just want to live a peaceful life. A life made from stealing someone else's place. First Yuánshén, but that didn't work, so now Derwent. Poor performances never fool the audience long. There won't be any more victims. Yuánshén? You're saying I took his place? It was never... Sorry. Yuánshén, you're saying I took his place? It was never his to take. Everything he had, he got by looking nicer, talking nicer. We were the same. Everything he took, it belonged to me. What about Mr. Derwent and the merchant? What did they do to you? They asked questions they shouldn't have asked, just like you. So die! Oh, well. You really think this is gonna work out well for you?
Let the world collide! Let the magic's veins boil!
You know what?
It all adds up.
We'll go ahead and do this. Try out Nefer, because it's not like we get much of a chance to use her. As expected. Just another pathetic soul who can't stop repeating the same mistakes. I have to say, I'm a little disappointed. He stopped himself from doing wrong for so many years. But in the end, does this mean bad people can't mend their ways? It's harder to keep doing good. He made some poor decisions. Every decision was his to make. Even just now, he could have chosen to admit his mistakes, but he chose violence instead. Every move was poorly made, and every one led him to this end. And this is something that a lot of people don't seem to get. There's the quote from Spaceballs, alright? Now you see why evil will always win, because good is dumb. But the opposite is true. That's why, I think it's the average IQ for people in prison is 85. No, it's 90. It's 90. 90 is the, somewhere between 80 and 90. I can't remember exactly where. But that's the average IQ of people in prison. Because criminal behavior is really stupid. And there are plenty of people who lead fairly successful lives who have IQs that low. So it's not like they're forced into a life of crime. They're forced to rape and murder to feed their family. No. No, it's just they don't think. They don't think ahead. Even aside from not thinking about the other person, about the people to whom they're doing harm, on the second order effects of what they're doing, like, for example, people who are always stealing from Walmart and but they're a big corporation, they can afford it. It raises prices for everyone. There's a reason why everything is locked up. and it's just is not it's not great. But anyway, uh, so even aside from them not being able to think about that stuff, it's just a stupid thing to do, because the harm that you do to others will be reflected back onto you. That's the way life works. But enough about him. Here's to a job well done, traveler. You can take the bounty proof to Lezak, as arranged. It was great to have you two take the reins. Could have sworn I was on a vacation today. And now that it's over, I think it's about time to get started on your next job, right, Yehoda? Eh? Well, that's the end of that. Well, not exactly. Also, delete the detective. Where's... What's over here? That's right. Doing... All right. Here's the last bounty. These are the bounties. If you want to negotiate prices, go find a flea market. About the bounty target. Hey, Momo! GM, what are you doing up at this hour? All the previous targets have been handled. There aren't any new bounties right now, so you'll have to wait a little longer. That said, it wouldn't be such a bad thing if there were never any new bounties again. Bounties exist to keep criminals in check. If that's already working, all the better. Wait, what? But... Oh, that's right, we're supposed to turn it in here, right? Former Helmsman of the Atlas, wanted for multiple counts of murder, vicious to the core, current whereabouts unknown. Addendum, bounty fulfilled. The target has been neutralized. Please contact the Curatorium of Secrets for more details. Okay. I'm so very confused, because we were supposed to be able to take the Lezak. Although take what? We didn't. Were we supposed to get something from over here? I think we were supposed to get something from over here. Hold on. Let's see. Maybe not. No. It's like, I don't see anything related to Hark anywhere over here. Guess maybe we weren't supposed to grab something. I don't know. It's been going okay. Been tired. No caffeine will do that to a guy. Especially on a little sleep. Doesn't help that I haven't been doing. That I haven't been getting to bed nearly as early as I should. But I got my chamomile. So, yeah. Good. How does she know literally everything? I'm done for this time. I'm gonna take the day off and go see Ino. Daren't ask now. Kiriri! Shout out to Miss Yehoda for helping me with the shortcut. If it weren't for her, I would have been late for my 2 deliveries. The way she moves up in those mountains is even faster than me. She's incredible. I'm here to order parts for an EFA. I'm here to order parts for an EFA. But since I've already received the parts in advance, I'm really here to pet Ashru instead. uh, that's adorable. Alright. Chest that contains some part of the curatorium of secrets finances. Yehuda would like to inspect the chest. Sheesh. How is it that the boss seems to know everything? When did she even get there? Oh. Nope. Still nothing. I'm very curious because pretty sure this is just gonna be the same one. They're here again. Hope this doesn't mean another troublesome cause. Seek to join the Pte. Oh, that's right. This guy again. All right. So I don't know how I'm supposed to turn in that bounty. Sing ho for the greatness of fact, investigator of ancient ruins. Oh my goodness. Got a lot of stuff in Natland to take care of, apparently. Who's in charge of food distribution seems to be in some trouble. Well, let's go ahead and start that quest. We may or may not be able to finish it tonight. Probably not. We've only got about 15 minutes left. See? Yeah, I'm gonna look into that real quick after the stream and see. Not that one. This one. Friendship Farm. And see if there was anything I was supposed to do to collect the bounty. What? Hey, Liliki. What's up? Ugh. I should have brought more laka berries. Namu was here last time. Seems they were handing out food. Hello, traveler. Are you here for the Feast of the Moon? I'm so sorry, but you might have to wait a little while. What is the Feast of the Moon? Huh? Didn't you get one last time? Oh, right. Lady Lauma organized that one. I guess she didn't mention the meal's official name. Simply put, a Feast of the Moon is a free meal we Frost Moon Scions distribute to those in need. Helping such people has ever been one of our traditions. Though it used to be limited to the area around Hisi Island. But under Lady Lauma's leadership, and with everyone's help, we've gradually expanded our reach. Lady Lauma says this is part of spreading the Moon Goddess's favor to all. There's a saying that goes, the first fruit of the harvest must be placed upon the moonlight altar, not as an offering to the gods, but as a spark for... What's the rest of it again? Anyway, this shop is one of the main distribution points for the meal. And I manage almost everything right here by myself. Pretty impressive, right? We've had a lot of trouble getting the meals out in Nasha Town, but I believe in what Lady Lama says. We really can help more people this way. However, when I was preparing the ingredients yesterday, I forgot to close the box lid tightly. When I woke up this morning, many fruits had been pecked open by birds and were completely unusable. I can barely make any feasts of the moon with the remaining laka berries. What should I do now? Here, will these be enough? I need some more laka berries, apparently. These will be enough. Thank you. Thank you so much. Just a moment. I'll prepare the most delicious feast of the moon you've ever seen. Well, we're not really needy. There's the kitchen. It's ready. Please, have a taste. Thank you again for your help. Should you get hungry next time, please feel free to come by. I'll prepare a special portion just for you. Yehuda? And Mr. Zopenko, what can I do for you? About that. He wants to visit the Frostmoon Scions, but can't quite bring himself to ask, so he's hoping you'll help him out. Yes, that's it exactly. That's exactly it. Greetings, Miss Liliki. It's such a pleasure to meet you. I brought this fossil specimen from Natlan along. Thank you, but Mr. Zopenko, we've already met, haven't we? You really don't need to be so formal. Huh? Then, how did you notice me? You've always been there when I was distributing meals, haven't you? Wandering around the line, circling back and forth, but never stepping in. I thought you might want a serving, but were too shy to say so I quietly set a portion aside for you. But you've never came around to claim one. In fact, you hadn't shown up today. I was going to ask someone to check and see if you needed help or something like that. A little off, but okay. I'm sorry. I've been hesitating, trying to figure out how to say hello. So, Miss Liliki, would it be alright if I paid the Frostmoon Scions a visit? Frostmoon Scions, I don't know. Not gonna change my emphasis now. Of course. We've welcomed a few guests from outside before. But may I ask why? I'd like to take some photos and notes, look through some records, and if possible, ask about the local legends. Were you looking to help us fight them? I'm a member of Natlan's Saurian Relics Association. If I could find materials connected to my research, that would be invaluable. I see. So you're hoping to spend some time in the archives then? Let me think. Well, seeing as how you seem to hit it off, I'll consider this commission complete. Let me get back and report to my boss. Thank you, Miss Yehoda, but I really must pay you for your trouble. It'd be wrong to have you come all the way here for nothing. And please be sure to convey my I really need to drink more water. And please be sure to convey my gratitude to Boss Nefer when you return. Of course. I'll take my leave now. You two enjoy your chat. Okay.
Fresh honey. Fragrant and sweet.
What was that? So that was two. Two quests for the price of one. Okay. Not exactly very long quest either. Alright, let's see. We'll start this quest, and then we can finish it another day. Ah, it's the Traveler. Please, wait. Here you are. Oh, hey. Do you need help with something? Not quite. I was just passing by with a package for the two of you. And there I was, wondering how I'd track you down. Speak of the devil, or make that devil's, huh? Package? Who's it from? Well, it's had quite a journey. First turned up in the Adventurers Guild, then after changing hands many times, it finally got picked up by the Scions of the Canopy's Couriers. The Adventurers Guild. And the Scions of the... After changing hands many times, it managed to get over here, just down the way. Considering Natlan's recent state of affairs, normal caravans haven't been up and running for a while. The sender didn't leave their name on the package, but judging by their signature, it seems to be from Fontaine. Seems like you've got friends all the way in Fontaine, huh? Received with thanks. Great, I'll take that off your hands. Received with thanks. Ooh, today's work sure is off to a great start. No sooner do I get the package than I run into its recipient. Praise be the Pyro Archon. Alright, I'm gonna go get more deliveries done. Have a good day. Yeah, good luck with your work. From Fontaine, huh? He called it a package, but it's so small. Looks more like a letter to Paimon. Let's open it and see. Oh. Dear traveler in Paimon, it's been a while since you left Fontaine for Natlin. How have your travels been going? Word on the street says that they held a very special pilgrimage this time. I'd love to have applied for a foreign press pass to come over and give you this photo too, but the speaker's chamber rejected the Seabird's applications. I guess the pilgrimage was just that special, huh? Anyway, we wound up getting Catherine and the Adventurers Guild to pass it on to you. With any luck, you'll receive it in time. And it wouldn't hurt for you to drop by Fontaine from time to time either. I'm sure everyone would be glad to have you. Your faithful friend, Charlotte. Oh, it's from Charlotte! It's the photo we took when we were leaving Fontaine. Hasn't been that long since we took the photo, but it sure feels like forever. Let's keep this photo someplace safe. Huh? Oh, excuse me. Sorry. Like I was saying, no caffeine. And no sleep is not a good combination. Well, it wasn't no sleep, but it was less sleep. That was actually one of the things I was thinking of doing for Lent last night. As I was staying up way too late. Hey! You're back! And just in time for me to say goodbye. Because I don't think we got time to do anything else. But yeah, what I was saying is something I was thinking about giving up is instead of caffeine, I could give up going to bed past 10. So if the clock hits 10 and I'm not in bed, then I just get up and I go to bed. I used to have like this huge old massive ritual, and while I still drink my chamomile, I still like to take showers before bed more often. I don't need that big old ritual to get to and stay asleep any longer. You know, my health has improved a lot. And so I could do that. But I had already decided and like set up everything for the whole no caffeine thing. So see about doing that next year. Anyway. Well, not early. Well, maybe early, because, yeah. Catch up on my sleep, but whatever. Yeah, so I'm gonna head out so I can get to sleep on time for once. And you should get to sleep too. So, anyway. Hope you enjoyed it. I hope this stream is a good one. And I will see you later. Heart hands.